Hey guys, it's me again, Mark. Welcome back to my channel. Today we have a very special guest with me, and she is here today. Why are you here today with me? She's here today because she doesn't want to leave me alone. Anywhere I go in the apartment, she would always follow me, and I thought maybe it's best to just, let her be with us, and she's more relaxed that way. But welcome back to my channel, into my balcony jungle, as I call it. And today we're going to be talking about a plant that is very dear to me, the Ficus Elastica, or the rubber plant. And just a little bit of a story about this plant. It's a plant that has been rescued or has been adopted by me because the people who owns it are we're going back to Spain for good, because 7 months ago, the pandemic hit everywhere, and they wanted to make sure that someone would take care of a plant that they've taken care of for the last 5 years that they were in Singapore. And it's such an honor to have been given a chance to take over the plant and take care of it. And I update them on a monthly basis to show them what's happening to their plants. And so far I did have a good relationship with my Ficus Elastica. So now we're going to be talking about some pointers, some tips that you need to know on how to properly take care of them. So these plants are native of the Himalayas, Nepal, Bangladesh, but of course, because of the popularity, you can see them everywhere in the world. They have become popular along with the Monstera deliciosa and some philodendrons and some exotic plants. They have become one of the top plants for to live inside your living space, inside your homes. And because of its beauty and because of its unique look, it has become extremely in demand to many people. But yes, first of all, we're going to talk about the sunlight. This guys does not like direct sunlight, so you might want to keep them somewhere bright, but not getting direct sunlight for a long period of time. I'm saying long period of time because in my case, it does get direct sunlight in the morning. As you can see in the balcony, my balcony is facing east side of the Singapore Straits. So in the morning, it does get a full blast of sunlight, but within the 2 hours where it gets the sunlight, it doesn't really react in such a way that it dries up the leaves. But of course, I know for a fact that if you do leave it for a long period of time with direct sunlight, it would definitely kill the plant, to say the least. And so if it's inside your living space, you might want to keep it somewhere that it would probably get an hour or two of direct sunlight, but also getting a full blast of sunlight throughout the day. The next thing that you wanted to consider about these plants is the watering. So I've always said this in my previous videos that I overwater my plants, and I like spraying them with water on a daily basis. But I don't know about your soil, but I know for sure that my soil is a very drainy soil. And once you have drainy soil, it doesn't store the water within your soil that would cause root rot. So if you're an overwaterer like me, just make sure that your soil has a composition which is allowing this water to flow down very, very quickly. But if you don't, it's best that you water them once a week. You can tell that it's ready for watering when the soil is completely dry, almost completely dry. So in my case, now I think it's ready for watering again. Like what I said, I water it on a daily basis. But yes, you have to touch your soil and see if it's dry enough or not wet at all. Then that's the time that you can actually water them. The soil that I have for this is very draining. So it's composed of a regular potting mix and a little bit of perlite and some orchid soil. So having said that, it has so much drainage I water it on a daily basis. Okay, so next thing that we're going to talk about is propagation. I will have a separate video on propagation to give you a step-by-step process on how to do it properly, but this, guys, you can propagate it through water propagation by stem cutting, or you can also propagate them by directly placing them into a pot using a growth hormone. Those two, I'm going to be showing it to you on my next video one of these days, so that you could have a detailed and more precise way on how to do it properly. Second to the last things that we're going to be talking about is the pruning of your Ficus Elastica. As you can see, like what I told you, I'm very happy with how my Ficus Elastica looks, but if you wanted to make it bushier and you wanted to form the shape of your Ficus Elastica and you want some growths happening, you might want to cut it at the stems where you want to see more growth. So say for example, you cut it on this part over here. When you do that, it actually allows growth on that spot where there's probably 2 or 3 new sprouts or growths within that stem, and that would actually allow your Ficus Elastica to look more like a tree shape. So it branches out as you prune them. So the more you prune your stems, the more that there's going to be growths on your stems. So it's actually up to you as to how you want to shape your Ficus Elastica. But in my case, I'm actually quite happy with just 3 stems, and that is in this small pot. But if you want to make them as big as you want them to be, probably you could plant them on your garden, or probably repot them in a much bigger pot, because they do require a lot of soil. And last but not the least, I wanted to talk about, making your Ficus Elastica as beautiful as it can be. And same as with your other plants, if you wanted to make its leaves beautiful looking, it's so easy to clean them. When you wipe them with a piece of cloth with water, automatically almost the leaves of this Ficus Elastica would become very pretty and bright looking, and it's such a very beautiful plant to display with inside and outside in your balcony. So basically that's it from me, and I hope to see you again next time. If you have any questions at all, please let me know on the comment section, and I hope to see you again next time. And please don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button, and Whitney and I are gonna say goodbye now. Goodbye.